Hello everyone and welcome to a game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from P4J4 and he is in the Shimakaze, a Japanese destroyer. He is on the map the Atlantic in a 3-point domination game mode. Well, it's obviously a tier 10 battle and as expected there is a bit of radar around, like 2 Clevelands and a Buffalo, but I guess it could be worse. There is also a Z-52, so there's the potential of some powerful hydro. Now it looks like the Z-52 has moved to the center and we have a Shimakaze here. Now P4J4 has decided to try to capture point A because it was the closest point where he spawned. Now enemy Shimakaze is spotted and he has engaged. He is also moving away. He is wisely moving away because there are most likely torpedoes coming his way. The enemy Shimakaze is deploying his smoke. And well, P4J4 is no longer spotted, so he still has his smoke ready. Now this is a situation where he could just go in and contest that point because we haven't really seen a radar ship come close. It looks like the radar is more focused on the B point. Also, unfortunately, there is a huge friendly force going towards point C where there doesn't seem to be an enemy, so let's hope that those ships are focusing more towards the center. But the enemy Z-52 has been taken out, so that Shimakaze can just go in there and grab it. I don't think those US raiders will reach the Shima if he stays far north. And if they will, then he can just easily get away. So, still quite a few friendly ships around here to help out. Also, he scored some hits on that Montana. It looks like P4J4 is running the 20km torpedoes. Now, personally, I prefer the 12km ones. I guess the long range might be an answer to all the radar. Now, also personally, I would have preferred if he would went into A and contested this point, because, I mean, there is a Shimakaze in there, but the Shima doesn't have that much support yet. There are a lot of ships coming this way, but the radars aren't in range yet, I think. So, nothing would have stopped him from sitting inside the cap. Now it looks like he wants to ambush the Shimakaze. Maybe he's expecting the Shima to come this way. Also, it looks like he has an obsession with the scroll wheel for whatever reason. And there is the Shimakaze. So I guess the ambush plan kinda worked. Now he does have a slight HP advantage, I think. And well, it might come down to who has more ships supporting them. Friendly ships have to open up fire. I mean, he has 2 division mates here, so he can be certain that they are going to help him out. While the enemy Shimakaze seems to be a bit alone. And they almost got the Shima. Once that Shima is down, that point might be up for grabs too. Meanwhile, there is Torpedoes capturing Point Charlie. There are still some friendly ships up there in the north who haven't realized where the battle has moved just yet. But so far, it's looking pretty good for the friendly team. Now, unfortunately, there are also still some planes around here who might prove troublesome if they keep him spotted, but the enemy team isn't that close, it looks like. Now he's trying to shoot out that plane to stop the spotting, I suppose. But I think that plane is moving away far enough. So, Bismarck is charging in here. Friendlies have taken control of the center. They are in the process of taking control of Point Charlie. The ships in the north are still not moving around here that hard. But I know in this situation, it's just about defending. The friendly team doesn't need to get point A, so even though his division mates are now moving back into a more defensive position, the enemy team is... well, they are in a position where they would push B, so the friendlies might want to prepare a defense. Now, P4J4, he could enter this cap, but it's currently not really the best option probably, because this Bismarck is coming in here. So while he can contest it, he can't really capture it. And he might get better torpedo angles from around here. Also, the friendly Kurfürst is in the cap. Now that Kurfürst has no chance of surviving, but he is contesting this cap right now. Also, it seems like the enemy team has decided instead of getting another capture point, they are all sailing towards the only position where they can't actually take an objective. So that's very nice for the friendly team, because the enemy team seems determined to lose this fight. This also means that E4J4 can just sit here and torpedo a lot of incoming ships, which is pretty nice. And with 20-kilometer torpedoes, even if he misses the ships in the front, there are plenty in the back that potentially eat some torps. And so far, I mean, he got quite a few hits. Now he could try to be sneaky and move along the J line and torpedo those guys. Not what I would do. Personally, I would just go north and go back more towards the friendlies, I suppose. In a safer spot. He is pretty much close to the map border here. So if those enemies push him, especially those Germans with Hydro, he'll have nowhere to run. But right now he's not concerned with that. He's just sitting here and, well, using his guns, because why not? Torpedoes are on the way, and I think there might be quite a few torpedo hits here. Looks like that Kurfürst is eating maybe two. Maybe the Sumo is also eating a torpedo, and the Bismarck. And there is a liquidator. So somebody flooded quite devastatingly, and there are even more torpedo hits. There is a double strike, because why not? So the enemy team just gets obliterated here, which is pretty nice. The friendly team is still sitting in Point Charlie. They are, I don't know, happy enough to spectate what's going on and don't want to be involved in the fight. Now I think this Izumo might still be flooding, which is pretty funny. There you go, there is another battleship that went down. So the enemy team is having a lot of trouble. They don't have destroyers, they have very few ships, they only hold one capture zone, and I'd say at this point this battle is probably already won. Now, the Kurfürst is still pushing here. And well, the Kurfürst is probably going to use Hydro. And now we have the issue of the zone walls here, right? There is nowhere for E4J4 to run. He has to go north, but there is a spotter plane that's circling around here, and that might spot him soon. There is also the potential of the Kurfürst trader. Also, he really should shut his anti-air off. Otherwise, he would have taken a bit longer if he was detected. Now those torpedoes are potentially going to hit. If they sink that Kurfürst, then he should fine, but unfortunately they do not. Now he is still spotted by this plane. I think the plane is close, so that even turning the anti-air off wouldn't help at this point. Smoke's not ready, but he's trying to set another fire. I mean, we know the Kurfürst's damage control is on cooldown due to the floodings. So he gets taken out here, but a fire was started. So let's have a look. Will this Kurfürst go down? It's looking pretty nice. And there you go, there is a Wither, Kraken and just a flesh wound. And it comes as no big surprise that this battle is a win. Now here we are with the results. E4J4 managed to get 3,101 base experience. And well, I mean, in the beginning he tried to take a cap, but turns out it was not needed, so he just sat there and torpedoed the whole enemy fleet that was happy enough to sail into his torpedoes. So he earned himself Witherer, Confederate, Double Strike, Kraken, Just a Flesh Wound, Liquidator and High Caliber. That's a lot of achievements. So he also scored 272,000 points of damage, and it was a highly amusing replay, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I'll see you guys next time.